Unspoken dating rule number 4. Boom boom cost. Just a heads up, this video is going to be very offensive to a lot of people. But remember, I'm just the messenger. If you want to live in fantasy land, that's okay. Just go watch another video. But if you want to learn how things really work for foreigners who show up to date here in the Philippines, then keep watching. The name of my channel is called Smart Girl Philippines for a reason. Because I want you to be smart. And I'm not sharing this to discourage you from coming here to date or marry a Filipina. On the contrary, I'm sharing these things for people who are planning on dating or marrying Filipinas. Because Filipinas make amazing wives and girlfriends, and moms and caregivers, and nurses, and karaoke singers, and cowgirls. So, the point is that you deserve to know these things. And better you hear it from me than you learn it the hard way over the course of several weeks, months, or even years. And dating can be expensive, so better you learn from watching a free video than sinking thousands of dollars into a relationship to learn these same things. So, let's get started. Unspoken dating rule number 1. Love in the Philippines is mostly based on geography. Generally speaking, if you take any relationship between a foreigner and a Filipina here and you were to magically transport it to the United States or some other country, there is a very high probability that the relationship will not work. Now, does it work for a lot of couples? Yes. Are there things you can do before you bring a Filipina to your home country that will exponentially increase your odds of success? Yes, but that is a different video. Just keep this rule in mind. It's just like gravity. Gravity isn't good or bad. Gravity can kill you, or if you learn how gravity works, you can use it to your advantage, and you can even use the laws of gravity to actually fly. So, what's the lesson with this rule? Think of Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. As soon as he gets the golden idol, his first reaction is to grab it and run out of the cave as soon as he can. But then he has to encounter shooting darts, a big pit, a backstabbing friend, and that big rolling rock thing, and in the end his prize gets taken by someone else who was waiting for him at the entrance of the cave. So, don't make that mistake when you find that tiny pink gold in the Philippines. Chill out for a minute and enjoy your treasure and look at it and hold it and polish it and sleep with it and feed it lots of sausage and just chill the fuck out for a minute and take time to think first before you try to run out of the cave. Unspoken dating rule number 2. It's all about the information. So, the reason that the first question every Filipino is going to ask if you've been here before is because we know it's all about the information. If you've been here before, you know how it works. If you haven't, then we know you're a mushroom. And what do Filipinos do when they meet a mushroom? They feed it shit and keep it in the dark. This is the reason I make this video. And this is the reason why Filipinos don't like me very much. Aww. I'm giving away the information that should actually be hidden. Without the information, you're at a huge disadvantage. If we're sitting down to play checkers or Connect 4 or poker or Twister, my first question to you is going to be if you've played before. If you say no, then I can relax and have some fun with you. If you say yes, then it means you probably know what you're doing and I can't try to pull any fast ones or try to bluff you as easy as I could a first-time player. And if you've never played Twister before, then that means I get to do what I want with you. Put your arm here and here, and then stand behind me like this, okay? Now, hold on and don't let go while I'll take my turn. Unspoken rule number 3. Everyone is lying until proven otherwise. Assume that everything told to you on a dating app is a lie. Most Filipinas on there are going to say whatever they can to get you to give them money. And foreigners are going to say anything they can to get laid. That's how it works. How is it that every single foreigner I ever talked to in the restaurant was single? No girlfriends and no wife. And most said they didn't have any kids. Thousands of guys, yet they're all magically single. Wow, that's amazing. Lucky me. And isn't it funny that every Filipina you meet on a dating app is single? She wants to meet you and she needs you to send her $200 or her electricity will get shut off today. Guys, be smart. Don't be jaded or cynical. This is just like gravity. It's how the world works no matter where you go. So, my best advice is to simply smile, nod your head, say, wow, that's interesting. Say, oh, cool. Or sounds good. Or that's amazing. I really like you. But only trust people's actions when it comes to dating in the Philippines. And if that's not good enough for you, then here's a quote from a popular clinical psychologist. He says, believe what people do, not what they say. Got it? Unspoken dating rule number 4. Boom boom cost $100. Wait, what? Yes, I'm talking about the naughty sauce in the Philippines. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's less. But generally speaking, it's going to cost around $100 to play hide the lumpia or wash my jeepney with a Filipina that you'll meet in the nightlife district or as a freelancer outside the bar or hotel or on a dating app. Obviously, it's cheaper in less populated areas and more expensive in big cities or tourist hotspots. And of course, you get what you pay for. So, why am I telling you this? Well, there's 5 reasons. And before I tell you what they are, don't get this twisted. I am not encouraging you to engage in this activity. I am not saying that all Filipinas are for sale or engage in this type of work or lifestyle. And I'm not saying that relationships are only about sex and money. So, no need to bash me in the comments and put words in my mouth. Go watch a Mr. Beast video if you can't put on your big boy pants for a few minutes and actually hear what I'm saying. Number 1, intimacy has value. If you become intimate with a Filipina, you need to understand that she is exchanging her sexual opportunity with you for attention and resources. That's a direct quote from Dr. Orion Taraban. And the same is true for a foreigner. It takes a lot of time, energy, money, and effort for a foreigner to show up in the Philippines. So, if your Filipino girlfriend or wife is smart, she's going to make you very happy every morning. The point is this. If you show up here and are expecting to get it for free with no exchange of value, you'll be better off just staying home and watching Trike Patrol and walking off. Number 2, most Filipinas don't work as freelancers or in bars. So, if you come here and meet a nice Filipina and offer her money to sleep with you, you are basically just treating her like she works in a bar. That is a dumb move. If that's the kind of Filipina you want, then just go to the bar. That happened to me all the time in the restaurant. I'm a waitress who serves cheeseburgers and pizzas and laughs at your jokes and then has to smile when you leave me a 10 peso tip, thinking that's a lot of money. But I don't work at a bar. So, why are you talking to me like a bar girl? Hello? Number 3, there's more to life than money. Yes, I know that at any time I could go work at a bar or become a freelancer and earn 1,000 times more than what I'm earning making YouTube videos. But I don't need to chase money and my body is not for sale. Why? Because there's actually more to life than money. And here's an even better reason. Because I believe that I am money. Yes, you heard me right. I believe that I am money. Money is just value, and I believe that I have value. Money has always come to me. I don't know why. I don't know how. I can't explain it. I'm not rich, and my life is definitely not easy. Just last year, I was renting a room that cost $60 a month, and I was eating rice and street foods every day. Literally, rice and street food. But honestly, I didn't really worry about it because money always shows up at exactly the right times. When I need it, it's there. And when I don't need it, it's not there. I have been wearing the same clothes in all my videos for the last several months, and 3 weeks ago, a guy left a big tip on my channel. And I went out and bought this dress with his money. And I really love this dress. And it's a reminder to me that if you just focus on doing your best and living life one step at a time, that everything will be okay. So, don't make the mistake of thinking that Filipinas are simply motivated by money. And good Filipinos will understand that you're not simply motivated by boom boom. Reason number 4. The foreigner pays. Welcome to the Philippines. In the nightlife district, Filipinas aren't paying foreigners to drink with them, and they're definitely not paying foreigners to get to lick their lollipop. And the same is true in the world of dating. Filipinas aren't paying you to date them or marry them. If you show up in the province and date a Filipina, the family is going to expect that you will pay for dinner. They're going to expect that you're going to be kind and generous. I'm not saying you have to build a house. I'm not saying you have to pay off their debts and pay their hospital bills and sponsor the entire village. What I'm saying is that in their eyes, you're a rich foreigner. And you're showing up in a place where the resources are not as abundant. And if you think you can just slide right in and get their daughter and not show them any kindness or gratitude or respect, then you'll be better off just staying home and dating in your home country. Don't be the stereotypical foreigner who wants to show up here and take a shit on our culture and traditions and values and way of life. Family is a big deal for us. It's how we've managed to survive on an island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean for a few thousand years. So, when you come here and you meet a really good Filipino from a really good family who has protected her and sheltered her from having to engage in the wilder things in the Philippines just to earn money and survive, then you need to honor her family and make sure that they know that you appreciate it and respect them. And if you can't respect her family and buy a bucket of Jollibee or pay for a lechon or a bucket of Red Horse, then maybe you're not ready for a relationship here. And that's okay, because relationships aren't for everybody. And reason number 5, the fact that Boom Boom is $100 in a tourist hotspot might explain why it's hard to get a date or find a real relationship using Tinder or another dating app in places that are close to those nightlife districts. If a girl in your town can earn a lot of money on OnlyFans, then she probably isn't going to be making time to go on a dating app and chat with guys for free. And it's the same here depending on where you are. So, if you're having a hard time dating in a particular area of the Philippines, it might have more to do with your location. So, just keep that in mind. It's like being in a movie theater and getting frustrated because the only popcorn that's available is super expensive. Sorry, you're in the wrong place if you're thinking the popcorn is gonna be free. Unspoken rule number 5. It's okay to date younger Filipinas. You might be shocked to see older guys dating younger Filipinas. You'll see a 50-year-old with a 19-year-old. And they might even have a baby. Or you might see a 70-year-old with a 30-year-old or a 40-year-old with a 20-year-old or whatever. You'll see all kinds of different age gaps here. As long as she's 18 years old, you're good. Now, do I recommend you come here and try to date the first 18-year-old you meet? No. Are younger Filipinas incredibly hard to date? Yes. Strategically, is it to your advantage to date younger Filipinas here? Yes. And that's because most Filipinas aim at having kids and getting married at a very young age here. Are there a lot of amazing older Filipinas you can date? Yes, there's a lot. I've made several videos explaining the traps of dating both younger and older Filipinas, and I put the links in the description below. But the point is that it's okay to date younger women here. If you're 50 years old, there's nothing to be embarrassed about going on a date with a 25-year-old Filipina. Unspoken rule number 6. She's not your girl, it's just your turn. You might have heard this one before, so I'm not sure how unspoken it really is. Most foreigners are only here for a week or two, and then they have to go home. So, if a Filipina is in her prime and you think you're just going to show up and have fun with her for 2 weeks and she's actually your Filipina, then 99 times out of 100, you're in for a rude awakening. After you say goodbye to her and head to the airport to fly away, another guy is landing in Manila and ready for his turn. And even better for her if you keep sending her money and continuing the fantasy that she's your girlfriend and you're paying for her condo. Go Filipina, go! Now, there are plenty of faithful Filipinas and there are a lot of LDR relationships that are real and they end up working out. But at the same time, there are a lot of sponsored relationships going on. And once again, this is like gravity. What did you think was going to happen? A Filipino who spends 2 weeks with you who is at her sexual peak is supposed to sit around and wait for you to come back in 12 months? No, that's called being naive. Aw, you're so sweet. Guys, it's time to grow up. Minnie Mouse isn't hanging out in the castle by herself waiting for 6 months for you to come back to Disney. No, she's off taking pictures and looking for cheese from the next guest. Duh! My best advice for this is to just pay attention to how your relationship got started. If you showed up in Manila and out of nowhere a beautiful 20-year-old Filipina meets you for dinner and immediately wants you to see what her sugar walls feels like, then it's probably just your turn. If you showed up in Leyte and you met a Filipina for coffee, then for dinner, and then you meet her friends and then her family and you actually take your time getting to know her before she lets you taste her pink taco, then there's much better chance that she's actually your Filipina. So, just be smart about how things start. Because the quicker they start, the quicker they end. Unspoken rule number 7. Trying to date a separated Filipina is dangerous. The word separated here has a different meaning than in your country. Separated here means danger. It means she's married. And in our country, there is no divorce. So, unless she got an annulment, then it means it's going to be extremely complicated and it's probably not going to end how you're wanting it to end. Now, are there some great Filipinas who are separated who would make amazing girlfriends or future wives if they can get an annulment? Yes, but do you want to be the one to stick your head in the tiger cage to see if the tiger is still in there? No, but good luck if you want to try. Let me conclude by saying it's more fun in the Philippines, but only if you know the unspoken rules of dating before you show up here. There are a lot more of this that I would like to share with you in upcoming videos. So, if these are helpful for you, then please click like and hit the subscribe button and I'll keep doing what I'm doing. If you have some experiences or insights to share about some of the hidden rules of dating you've encountered here in the Philippines, please Leave a comment below so we can all learn together. If you'd like to ask me a question, it's easy. Just sign up for my free weekly newsletter called SMART123 and you'll be able to email me anytime. The link is in the description below. My name is Irish. I live here in the Philippines and my goal is to help guys find love and be smart. The ultimate mission of my channel is to make the world a less lonely place, and I hope today's episode helped make that happen in a tiny way. Everything I create is free, but if you enjoy my content, feel free to tip me by hitting the thanks button below so I can buy Red Horse and Jollibee. I live a very simple life here in the Philippines, and I don't need anyone's money. But none of this would be possible without all the generous people who keep showing up and watching and helping support my efforts. It's my pleasure to do this work. So thanks to everyone for watching. And as usual, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for the good luck of the Philippines.